Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we are tackling a subject that so many of you are intensely curious about, but let's be honest, it can feel completely overwhelming. We're talking about how to actually finance raw, untouched land up in the last frontier. If you've ever wondered how people manage to secure property up north without getting tangled up in a nightmare of corporate mortgage bureaucracy, you are in the exact right place. We're going to explore exactly how simple and incredibly affordable it can be to just bypass the red tape and make your off-grid dream a reality. Look, I know exactly why you're here. You're tired of the noise, the traffic, the endless grind of city life, right? You're dreaming about Alaska. And honestly, why wouldn't you? It offers some of the most breathtaking, untouched land on the entire planet. We're talking vast wilderness, towering mountains, pristine rivers, and just unmatched opportunities for true self-sufficiency. But if you've ever actually tried to take the leap and buy raw acreage through traditional channels, well, you already know it is definitely not as simple as buying a suburban house.
Section 1. The bank bureaucracy roadblock and why mainstream lenders say no.
So if you've hit a brick wall trying to get a loan for Alaskan land, trust me, it is not just you. Mainstream banks and conventional lenders absolutely hate financing remote property. They operate on this strict set of suburban rules that simply do not apply out in the wild. Traditional lenders look at unorganized boroughs, remote wilderness parcels, off-grid acreage, and they instantly back away. To them, it's a high-risk liability. Why? Mostly because these lots lack traditional municipal utilities. Plus, a lot of remote Alaskan properties only have seasonal access. Think about it. Maybe you can only get there by float plane, boat, or a snow machine. To a guy in a suit doing conventional underwriting, that screams unfundable. There's just a massive disconnect here. Traditional underwriting demands pristine W-2 forms, super strict credit scores, and standard lot appraisals. But let's look at reality. The aspiring homesteaders actually buying this land? They're usually self-employed entrepreneurs, freelancers, retirees, or maybe folks who have a past credit blemish but perfectly solid cash flow right now. The institutional system is literally designed to block these very people from qualifying. But hey, fortunately for us, you don't actually have to play by their rules. Section 2. Enter direct owner financing and bypassing the institutional middleman. So, the real secret here is understanding how this alternative path works. Owner financing, which you might also hear called a land contract or a contract for deed, is beautifully simple. Instead of a bank holding the note, the property owner acts as the lender. This makes the whole process incredibly straightforward and affordable. You get to skip the institutional middleman completely. You just make manageable monthly payments directly to the property owner over a set term until the land is paid off in full. It's just a direct agreement between buyer and seller, completely skipping that invasive financial background scrutiny. When you put these two paths side by side, the advantages are just glaring. Traditional lenders drag you through strict underwriting, demand those W-2s, and make you wait out these incredibly long, drawn-out approval processes. Owner financing, on the flip side, means zero credit checks, it operates on a direct agreement, and allows for lightning-fast closings. It basically takes all those frustrating institutional roadblocks and replaces them with pure, streamlined freedom. Section 3. Simple and affordable ownership and the land limited advantage. This is where platforms like landlimited.com really shine. They've mastered this exact process, completely removing those massive barriers to entry so you can claim your stake in the last frontier without the corporate headache. They offer 4 huge benefits that keep ownership both simple and affordable. First up, no credit checks are required. Your traditional credit score just doesn't dictate whether you can own land. Second, minimal upfront capital. Traditional land loans want massive down payments, but these owner-financed parcels start with really low initial payments, keeping your savings intact. Third, fast and streamlined closings. And fourth, zero prepayment penalties, which is huge, and we'll dig into that in just a second. But real quick, let's talk about those fast closings. Because you're bypassing all that endless bank underwriting and appraisals, you can move with incredible speed. You can literally close on a property rapidly, entirely online, right from your phone. And that's a massive advantage out there, because it lets you lock down your preferred plot of wilderness before somebody else snatches it up. And here is my favorite number again, 0. Specifically, 0 prepayment penalties. You know how traditional mortgages will actually punish you with extra fees just for trying to pay off your own debt early? Yeah, not here. A transparent owner financing model gives you total freedom. You can clear your principal balance on your own timeline and expedite getting your official deed recorded whenever you are good and ready. Section 4, the Smart Buyer's Guide and your off-grid checklist.
Okay, so now that you know how simple and affordable the financing side can be, you need to know how to actually pick the right spot. Before you commit to a remote parcel in stunning places like the Matanuska-Susitna Valley, the Kenai Peninsula, or somewhere out near Fairbanks, you've got to run through three crucial logistical steps. Step 1, figure out the access type. Step 2, evaluate the resource potential. And step 3, look into the tax advantages. Let's walk through these so you know exactly what to look for when you're browsing.
So step 1 is all about access. You absolutely need to know how you're getting there. Does the property have deeded legal access? Is it a seasonal road? Or is it strictly air and water access? Keep in mind, a lot of these remote lots are designed for absolute isolation, which means just getting to your front door might require an ATV, a snow machine, or even a bush plane, depending on what time of year it is. Step 2 is resource potential. When you are living off-grid, your land has to work for you. You want to look for natural assets. That means being close to lakes or creeks for a reliable water source and having heavy timber that you can physically use to build your off-grid cabin over time. You'll also want to check the layout of the land to make sure it gets enough sun for setting up solar infrastructure. And for step 3, we're back to that magic number, 0. When we're talking about tax advantages, it's pretty amazing to note that a lot of remote boroughs in Alaska maintain exceptionally low or sometimes literally 0 property taxes. I mean, that's an absolute game changer. It makes holding on to the land long-term incredibly affordable, especially when you pair it with those low monthly owner financing payments. So as the saying goes, the path from dreamer to landowner is entirely within reach. Owning a piece of the last frontier does not have to be locked away behind bank bureaucracy and ridiculous credit requirements. When you use flexible owner financing, low down payments, and 0 prepayment penalties, those roadblocks just completely fall away. Which leaves us with one final, very important question. Are you ready to claim your piece of Alaska? The untouched wilderness is out there waiting for you. If you're tired of just dreaming about it and you're ready to take that first step toward a simple, affordable off-grid future, platforms like landlimited.com clear the entire path. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you the confidence to finally go out and grab your slice of the last frontier.